This may look like a preparation for a healthy lunch, but for Afghan-American artist Vida Khaden, this is a setup for a creation that intends to please the eyes than the palate. Vida is using these fruits and vegetables to paint portraits. She says that she discovered this technique accidentally while trying to express her emotions through her art.
One day I woke up and I was very angry and I didn't know what to do with this emotion. So I did what I usually do, which is when I'm in distress, I picked up some paint and I thought I'll go in the woods and started to take different objects, and I was just throwing it at the panel of wood. I took a break to eat lunch and I had an orange that I was peeling, and I thought, well, let me see what happens if I dip the orange in the paint and throw it. Maybe it makes different marks, and it did, because I kept throwing it and the orange broke into smaller and smaller pieces. So I think that's how it started. Then it was apples and grapes and carrots and all the other vegetables.
Vida was born in Afghanistan and migrated to the United States at the age of 10. She has been painting since she was a child. In 2006, she traveled to Afghanistan and painted a 20-foot painting called Full Moon on a mountain peak near Lake Karga. Vida specializes in realist and abstract styles. Through the technique of painting with fruits and vegetables, she hopes to bring her art closer to the nature and to the people. But this technique, though unique, was not easy to master.
Because I did have to do a lot of practice in order to see what kind of lines I'm getting, what kind of, which technique works in which way. Wet, you can do wet on wet or dry, or you can use it in different ways with the paint that you're using. So it was really, it's been very interesting.
Vida also used the technique to paint a portrait of her father, who passed away while she was practicing to paint with fruits and vegetables. She has created an art exhibit as a tribute to his memory. It combines the portrait along with other paintings, 3 short films, and text written in the form of poems.
First and foremost, probably catharsis. If you've lost someone, then it probably serves as that. But also on a philosophical level, question of life and death and the cycle. And maybe earlier you had asked, I was thinking that maybe in some small part, subconsciously, I was trying to bring my father back to life.
She's showing the exhibit to selected artists and art critics to get their feedback. Ustad Hamid Naveed is a renowned painter and an art historian. He says that both American and Afghan art lovers would appreciate Vida's paintings for their beauty as well as for the unique way in which they have been painted.
اگه ما تمام نقاشی‌های ویدا خادم ببینیم، ما ببینیم که مراحل مختلف هنری را در نقاشی‌ها جستجو کرده میتونیم، هم از نگاه محتوا و هم از نگاه تکنیک.
Vida says that the technique of painting with fruits and vegetables could draw more people towards this art.
Before I was using all these brushes, I'm sure all painters have, you see, and every brush is very different, and to be honest, actually, brushes are not cheap. They're quite expensive, especially the good ones. So I was thinking this would be a very wonderful thing for countries in Asia, and where people don't have the money to buy brush, then they can just get some of the vegetables from mom and start painting.
She hopes to find other venues for the exhibit to showcase her art to a wider audience.